welcome to episode 2. I'm soloing this one, kind of like the original episode recorded. Lauren is not joining me this time. I didn't ask her because she smells, but I thought I'd just try and test out, do more of the intention of the series of being just a kind of relaxed, leveling series. And I don't think I really got the goal across when looking back at the first episode, so I'm going to go ahead and just explain that real quick, and maybe I'll do at the beginning of each episode real quick. The goal of this series is to level up this Tauren Shaman right here, up to, I believe, level 50. I could go to level 60, but it just depends. The goal is at least level 50. Reason why I'm not saying level 60 is just because Shadowlands. 9.1 did come out recently. I played a little bit of it last night. It's pretty fun so far, but is it worth half a year of wait, or more than half a year? Not really. So hopefully they ramp up or do something to make up for it. They're gonna have to because of Final Fantasy. Last time we got off, we got an extra sneak peek at my content while Lauren ended her recording before me, so that was good. Lauren is also still trying to edit that video because she's just having issues with her program. So chances are by the time this goes up, because I plan on just uploading this today, it's about 1:50 right now. So I have plenty of time. Let's say it won't take long to edit, because I'll mainly probably just cut off the end, add the intro at the beginning that I made, and then it's mostly going to be exporting and putting into YouTube. So the chances are, if you are seeing, hopefully, if you're seeing this the day it comes out, then I recorded this earlier today. Maybe not. Maybe I'll upload it tomorrow. It just depends on how long I record for. The current plan for episode length, the first episode was about an hour long, but I think now what we're going to do is we're going to do more goal type things. So my goal for this episode is to get to level 10 at least and get our first mount, get mount training. Even though I have quite a few mounts here. Not that many, because I haven't been playing for too long. I still haven't done a bunch of really easy to get mounts, just because, So I have some rarer and some harder to get ones, but not too many. Most of them have been pretty easy to get. I don't think I have all of the Tauren mounts, so that'll be exciting to get. Hopefully we'll rank up enough money to just buy them all. Another thing about me playing WoW, I usually play Alliance. Only in the past, I want to say, since last summer, I kind of switched to where I play a bit of both, but it was mostly Alliance at one point. Not that I really had a problem with Horde, I just did like Alliance more to an extent, but I do think Horde has the better variety on races, because most of Alliance are essentially just humans. You know, there's normal humans, there's dwarfs, gnomes, night elves, which are the most different, worgans, which are werewolves that humans turn into, so it kinda, but you don't stay human, so not exactly the same. And then there's Pandarans, but both sides have Pandarans, so it doesn't really make a difference. As for allied races, Horde definitely has the upper hand for a few reasons. I believe so. Alliance, I think it's kind of cool we got Cold Tyrants, even though they're not really a separate race or species. They're really just larger, heftier people. And that just gave an excuse to fail us out instead of adding that as a customization feature. Dark Iron Dwarfs are pretty interesting. I do like those. There's the Void Elves. It's either Void Elves or whatever the other ones are. They're meh. Lightforged Draenei are kinda cool. And then Mechagnomes just are horrible. Just straightforward. I don't think there's a lot of people that like Mechagnomes. While Horde, on the other hand, they have Maghar Orcs, which could have been a customization feature with orcs, but I guess lore-wise it wouldn't make that much sense. I'm just happy that we have the kind of pre-Vel, I guess you could say, orcs. There's Vulpera, which a lot of people have problems with, but what I look at it as is that Vulpera is the only one out of all of them that's a completely new race. That's an allied race. You know, all of them are different versions. There's High Mountain Tauren. Oh, we're ready to turn this in. There's High Mountain Tauren. There is the other elves, which, again, are meh. And I think there's one more, but I forgot. Get the fuck away from me. No! 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 He threatened me. I had to kill him. Anyways. I'm pretty sure there's one more allied race on Horde side, but I always blank on it. Also, I apologize for anyone watching this for the way I speak. I usually drift off into multiple different things. So, if there's more than 2 people watching this, please put in the comments what you prefer. Me playing with friends or me just kind of talking and having a more relaxed conversation, I guess, with you. It's almost like a podcast that you just kind of put in the background, but there is visuals to it with the gameplay. There's a guy over there. We leveled up. Oh, I remember the final allied race now. It's the trolls, the Zandalari trolls. Yeah, those are kind of cool. They're a little different. I hope we get some more allied races in Shadowlands, definitely. I'm not sure if it will happen. I'm not sure what they would do. Hey, there's a Vulpera. Anyway, a lot of people have been saying they want, like, Tuskars. I think that's a pretty popular one. I'm not sure if Tuskars will become an allied race, or at least in Shadowlands. I'm not sure if they would. Maybe in the future, though. But again, we're not sure if we're even going to be getting allied races with this expansion. I think it would be nice, but I'm not gonna exactly hold my breath on it. Prairie Wolf Paw. Oh, we killed one of them. We gotta kill the rest now. How big is this area? Oh, damn. Shadowlands definitely has been fairly disappointing to an extent. I think it started off really well. I think 9.1 has started off really well, but the issue isn't that in the content we have, in my personal opinion. It's more just the lack of, and just how long the intervals of content have been. Because, I mean, we've been essentially doing stuff that was released on launch, except for the first raid, since the expansion launched in November, I believe. And we just now got our first big content update with more quests and stuff. It's very disappointing. Also, there's less of an exploration aspect. I think that is an issue I have with it. It's more kind of set up for you to just... It's much more linear. It's a much more linear quest chain. What do you need? Kyle fed. Kyle's gone missing. I don't know who the hell is Kyle, so I'm just gonna go on with this. Because we need to get some plain striders anyway, so I guess we can just get some of their meat that way.
I don't have a target. I need a target.
Back to Shadowlands. So there's that. Also, Blizzard is kind of stressing because Final Fantasy is doing so well now that they actually need to be on top of their game. Hopefully it's just a wake-up call and they just start listening more to the community overall. There's definitely a lack of that, as well as, hey, level 8, as well as just the fact that, well, again, they've been very behind schedule. They fired a bunch of staff before Shadowlands. People were worried about Shadowlands before it came out. Then it came out and people were like, oh, okay, it's fine. But then the content drought happened. This is kind of what happened with Warlords of Draenor as well. A lot of people looking back at Warlords of Draenor and playing it now are like, this isn't too bad. A lot of people really enjoy it. But when you played it as things were being released bit by bit, it was such a content drought. There wasn't a lot. There wasn't a lot being released. It was just very disappointing. Also, wait, give me a second. Was it Plane Strider? Okay, yeah, but it is Plane Strider meat we need. And Warlords of Draenor is now considered one of, if not the worst expansion. I didn't play too much Warlords of Draenor. I haven't used the Chromie time for it, and I only played a little bit of it before Chromie time because you're only in there for a little bit before you go to Legion, you know. Oh. Okay. That was anticlimactic. Okay. These things are fast. And there is something that Shadowlands does have better than a lot of other expansions. I think the story has been pretty good. I have been enjoying the story. And I've been enjoying seeing some characters we haven't seen in a while and all that. I think there's a lot of potential behind it, but I'm not sure if it's going to reach that potential just because of how slow things are moving with it. At this point, if there is anything they should do, I would suggest, they're not going to, is refunding people who bought Challenge, just offering it for free at this point because of how behind they are. Or at least offering something, something in game. Maybe like so and so amount of credit to the store shop, even though no one really likes store. Well, no one likes spending money for store mounts because they don't feel like they earn them and stuff. But I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. Or maybe they just offer the next expansion free if you bought day 1 or for before 9.1 or something like that. Again, they're not going to do it because it's Blizzard. They're very much just kind of about the money at this point. The last big Warcraft flop was definitely Warcraft 3 Reforged. I also talked about this in the original episode that got lost. Excuse me. And, I'm hoping that they would go back and either redo that, make new cinematics, add more expression, and just overall listen to the complaints and fix them up. Or they remake all 3 of them again and sell them as a bundle and remake the first 2 as if they were made when Warcraft 3 was released. So with cinematics, voice acting and all that. Also, I would suggest, this is why I wish would happen, but I don't think it will, or at least not soon. They just straight up release They just straight up re-release the first 2 on Battle.net. They sell it kind of on Battle.net through an external website that I think you just use Battle.net as a launcher, but I think directly on Battle.net is just easier, as well as Warcraft 3, the original Warcraft 3. I think that would sell quite a bit, especially if they update the servers and all that and make them real good. And maybe allow some modding and stuff like that. I think Warcraft 3, just normal original Warcraft 3, unchanged, would sell really well. And honestly, they might. They for World of Warcraft, which people were asking for a long time. They just do Warcraft 3 Classic or whatever. But the issue is after the Burning Crusade launch, Classic, it is very worrisome as well when they even do that, because they did so many changes. I didn't kill that Plane Strider, did I? They did so many changes to TBC Classic. They added level boost. I can't understand the level boost. Just because it is understandable. It can be stressful to join in to an expansion while play with friends. Though, thing about Classic is the leveling, bit by bit. You kind of lose that, but to each their own, I guess. And also they add the store mount, and they added this and that. They did quite a bit. It is very. Why is it still saying I need to kill him? Okay, let me do this call quest real quick. I did play a bit of Warcraft Classic, and I did like it. I was a warrior. I just like warriors. I wanted to be a paladin when I started, but I chose Worgen because I when I played the game initially in middle school for a very short amount of time before I realized it was $15 a month, and I just I can't pay that. I was a Worgen. I don't remember what. I was probably a warrior. And I was like, oh, I want to be paladin because I like paladins, and found out there wasn't paladin, but I still want to be a Worgen, so I just went with warrior.
Will you help me find my dog?
Yes, I will.
Greetings, traveler.
Oh, isn't this
Winds
oh,
guide
this is
you.
the quest. I think that, if I remember correctly, I don't remember the full story, but it has a sad backstory. Has run away. I know he's running around Bloodhood Village, lost and hungry. Okay, he's around here. Let's do this quest real quick. While I continue talking about what's it? Blizzard mishaps. The Brain Crusade Classic definitely was a very large mishap. They kind of lost the community, and I'm not sure why they thought it was a good idea. They probably just thought, oh, money, because I mean, people are buying it, but people aren't exactly happy. You know, it's sad that they did that. They just kind of ruined it immediately. I know there's still Classic WoW, and you can just stay in that server, even though it. Oh, there he is. There we go. There we go. That was awesome. I don't think Blizzard's gonna be doing too much for a WoW community for a while. Even with the whole Final Fantasy thing, they're probably thinking right now it might just blow over, and I don't think it will. I think they will eventually straighten up. It's a matter of time, honestly, because it's either straighten up or just lose WoW, which is one of their big money makers. And I don't think.
Miss my dog so much.
I really don't think they want to do that. And they could, I guess, in a way, do a new World of Warcraft. Some people want it. I'm kind of unbiased about it. I'm not sure if I would exactly like it. I would like a new expansion, Cataclysm-esque, to where it redos some of the landscape and stuff. I won't mind it. Because to look at it this way, a lot of the people playing retail now, that are still playing retail now as opposed to Classic, are the people that were fine with Cataclysm and the changes, I feel like. I could be wrong about that. So I feel like they would be more open to another change as well. But it would have to be a good expansion. I would say maybe add 2 or 4 more races. Just plain races, though, not allied races. Maybe do allied races as well, but start off with base races. We could use some more, because the last time we had new ones, I believe, was Miss Pandaria, and that was 2012, I think. So it's been a while. We could use, I think, some more races. I'm not sure what. I mean, there's Tuskars, but I think Tuskars and stuff like that would be good as allied races. I think just doing completely new ones would be pretty cool. Or ones that were in Warcraft lore and just kind of disappeared. Though I'm not sure which ones really have disappeared. There's definitely been some, I feel like, but I just don't remember.
Target.
I mean, Pandaren started off as an April Fool's joke and then kind of disappeared after Warcraft 3. We're slightly mentioned in World of Warcraft Classic, and we're intended to be the Alliance race instead of Draenei in Burning Crusade, but then got cut for Draenei because it just makes more sense to have Draenei as the Alliance race in Burning Crusade. And then we eventually got Miss Pandaria, which is one of my favorite expansions. I think the environments are beautiful. I love the music. I love the Pandarans as a race. I think they're very fun. And also just, I remember that was one of my first big exposures to WoW, was Miss Pandaria. I thought it was so goofy, but it charmed me in a way. And I think eventually led me to playing it in some shape or form. I always like the idea of big open worlds with a bunch of players playing and adventuring at once. So I always liked WoW for that. There aren't too many players here right now, probably because of 9.1, and also a bunch of them have probably dropped off to play Final Fantasy, which is kind of a sad truth, but
Greetings, traveler.
Oaklands, okay. But yeah, I already forgot what I was talking about because I just blanked. I was talking about, oh yeah, Pandarans and new races. That's what I think they should do for a new expansion. New races, refix the world, make it a little bit more modern in terms of graphical design. They don't have to do big changes to the world, but I think just graphically they should revamp it. And some of the player models, I think it would be very well liked, though I do think maybe a revamp of the world would be nice. So, give us a reason to start new characters again that we haven't started, you know. Sorry, I blanked there for a second again. That we just haven't done in a while because we're like, oh, we've already played these zones. I don't really want to level up again. You know, give us a reason for that, for doing that. Grim Totems. Obviously, besides just new races, but even like allied races, they don't have really their own zones and stuff. That's a kind of problem with them. They start at level 10, so you immediately get your mount with them and all that, and you don't really get a leveling experience. It is cool, but I wish they did start at level 1. Even if it's like their own little sanctions, like the Pandaren or Worgen starting areas, or I think Goblins even do it too, where they have their own little instanced zone that's still multiplayer stuff, but once you finish that intro, you never go back there. I think they should have done that with allied races. It would have been cool to have a Mag'har Orc one, which I guess you could say the quest line prior to it, that you have to play through to unlock them, is kind of the starting zone, but you're not playing as them, you're not leveling them up, you're just playing the character you've been playing, or level boosted, or whatever. There's not really fun in it. You know, it would have been cool to have, again, a Vulpir, or Dark Iron Dwarf, or Koltiran starting area. Like, a Koltiran one would be something like this, like you're on a ship and you crash on an island, you have to escape it somehow. And that's how you learn. I guess, in a way, like the current what's it called? The island that's currently the tutorial island. If you don't want to level up this way, which I think you're foolish if you do. It's good for brand new players, but you don't get the same experience, and it gets really boring after a while. It only takes an hour to get to level 10 there, but I've done it a handful of times just to quickly get a character up, because there's been a lot of canceled WoW series between me and my friends. So I would usually just do that to get leveled up and shit like that. That never happened. I'm like, oh. Excuse me. I wouldn't mind doing another Pandaren Let's Play. Oh! I dropped my mic. That's what happens when you use books as a mic stand. Excuse me again. Ooh. And yes, I just have some Dungeons & Dragons books and a little drawing easel thing as my my makeshift mic stand, because I don't want to spend $20 on one on Amazon or whatever. Lauren's definitely come after me about it, but at the same time, Lauren is stinky, so I think it's fine. It's fine, you know. I think maybe this episode I should also kind of talk about how I'm going to college and stuff, and something stress with that. It's something more to, well, I guess a little more personal. I think it's nice when podcasts and stuff like that get a little more personal, because you kind of get a gauge of how these people think. So I'm going to college in August, end of August. Graduate high school. Very stressful, you know, having to deal with the outbreak, the pandemic and stuff. I was completely online. I didn't risk it by going in. My school did allow, if you felt comfortable, full online, which was very nice. I didn't learn a whole lot my final year, though. You do lose a lot of that. And it's already kind of hard for me to learn and listen to stuff, just because of some disorders and such that I prefer not to name, or at least not now. Stuff like that. It is definitely stressful to go from all this from essentially staying home all the time to leaving where I grew up and essentially moving into a new home. Good news is my college isn't that far away. It's only a few hours away, and my parents said, you know, if I ever need it, I'm not far away. I also have family that are close by in the town I'm going to. That very often it's like an alternate house for them. You could say like a vacation home, but they go, I think, every other week. It's really just an alternate house to business and stuff. It's really cool. So I can visit them often. And maybe once I go to college, I'll do like a dorm tour or something. I'm already setting up things for my dorm, like getting some things for the walls and stuff, because I like decorating. I'm already considering what I'm going to take. I'm a collector, so I have some action figures. I love Godzilla, as Lauren said in the first episode, so I'm probably going to bring a few Godzilla figures. Not too many, because dorms aren't super large. There's not a lot of shelf space, but the good news is, because of the pandemic, it is solo dorms, and it seems like the college I'm going to, a lot of our colleges are just reconsidering roommates in general. And also, I'm not sure if this is true or not, but it's possible that upon my second year, even if the pandemic is completely over, which I don't think it will be, I may just have my own room again, but it's made for a single person, as opposed to having, well, 2 beds in it, and it's just one person in it. I also think because of some social anxiety and stuff, I do qualify for a single dorm under accommodations, but without paying a buttload of money, because there's a lot of colleges that offer it, but it's a buttload of money and all that. I thought I'm excited about that, and my dad gave me the really good idea of turning my second bed that's in there, because you're not allowed to remove furniture that's already in there, so there's just 2 beds. I was going to just bring like 2 bed sets and just put them in, and then when I'm washing one, I can just sleep on the other bed. But my dad gave me the grand idea of essentially turning the second bed into like a couch. I think that's great. So like get like a cover sheet or like a large blanket, some throw pillows and stuff. I'm sorry if there's any background noise, because there are people mowing. It's either next door or our house. That might be my father, but he usually asks for my help, so I don't think that's him out there. Then again, he's also very stubborn and likes to do things on his own sometimes. That might be my dad. I don't think it is. It might be, though. I don't know. But again, if you hear background noise, someone is mowing someone's lawn. Anyways, oh, well, footsteps too. And here comes the lawnmower again. I'm hoping it kind of picks up so people don't think I'm going crazy. There's a dog again. Hi, Kyle. So there's a lot of stress behind moving into a dorm. I'm not too worried about it. Every now and then, the worry does kind of hit me.
Ancestors watch.
Show yourself with shield and lightning for 30 minutes. I'll put that there. And again, as I said, I have social anxiety, so there's a bit of stress behind just meeting new friends and stuff. Because most of my friends aren't seniors. I have some. Oh wait, let me say hi. There we go. Anyways, a lot of my friends aren't really seniors. Like Lauren and stuff is a year or two under me. Most of the seniors at this high school I went to, I didn't really get too close. I got close with some of them, but kind of distanced myself, just because some of them weren't the best people. A lot of them were really good people though, but just weren't my type of friend, if that makes sense. Like, a lot of them could be really nice, but just not, you know, someone whose chemistry really works out too well with me in a way. Like, we don't really share a lot of same interests, but we're still like friendly to each other. Those kind of friends where you kind of know them from your class, and you'll say hi and maybe have a discussion here and there. You're just overall friendly, but you're not really close with them. Yeah, I had a bunch of senior friends like that, but besides that, not too many. Anyways, let me cleanse this. There we go. And obviously, there's also the stress that chances are my friends aren't going to go to the same college as me. It's possible. I mean, it's a good college I'm going to. I'm not going to name drop it, obviously, not to dox me. Even though I think I'd be fine, but I don't think I will. Or at least not in this video. But it's also kind of hard to get into school, is the thing. I think I got in not exactly because of my grades. I have okay grades. Actually, no, I have pretty decent grades. Mostly A's and B's. I think 1 C, but this year, these 2 semesters, but they were from physics, which is a very challenging class, and even my college counselor said, you don't have to worry too much about that. It seems like the school didn't worry too much about it either. But my father thinks that I got in mostly through my essay, my college essay, because a lot of colleges do read the essays and are like, oh, okay. And then there's a lot of colleges that will read them and depict whether or not you actually get on in the school, depending on it. Like, it may overlook your grades in some way. I'm glad they accepted me. It seems like it's a very good college for what I'm looking for, and also what it kind of has. Some of the programs and a lot of the people and counselors seem like people that will help me overall, not just academically, but I'll take that. 50 quests completed. We're almost level 10 as well. We need to find someone to sell to real quick. No, we'll just complete this quest. That's this person bought the deluxe Battle for Azeroth thing. Anyways, I am overall excited about college, but I'm also overall stressed about college. It's gonna be a lot to do. Crow's tribal fire. Oh, why is it? Okay. Whoa. Okay. I hope I will be able to continue recording in college. I'm going to try and get in a mood of doing more videos here and there and doing some more series. The reason why there was such a long distance between the first episode and this episode is just because I was going on a trip shortly after that first episode. I planned on doing one video of recording Sea of Thieves. I forgot to hit record. And honestly, I don't think it would have made too great a video. I don't think I'm going to be recording Sea of Thieves. It is a game I enjoy, but for the type of content I think I'll be doing for the channel, it's not going to be that great. So shortly after that, I went on a trip, and I believe I went on the 30th of June. Yes, and stayed until 5th of July. I came back on 5th. So I was gone for a bit. So obviously I couldn't really record anything. Again, I did want to get one video out before then, and I also intended to record a Borin Tauren last night. I lost the energy to do so. You know, I'm very... I get tired very often. I lose motivation on a lot of things very easily,
Traveler,
which
well
might
met.
become an issue, but I'm gonna try and
Goodbye.
make sure it's not. I thought we leveled up for a second. I got really excited. Okay, there has to be a guy here. PvP.
Greetings.
Here we go. Okay. Let's just go ahead and sell all of this. We don't need any of it. Move that there. Oh, no.
Go in peace.
Okay, there we go.
Greetings. We shall meet.
I forgot what I was talking about again. I know I was talking about college and the stress of it.
I've been.
I'm pretty sure it's something else I was talking about. Oh yeah, recording. I do think I'll be able to record every now and then, maybe even stream. I'm gonna try and not be too loud. Good thing is when I solo, I'm not that loud. I'm pretty close to my mic. I usually get pretty quiet. It's usually only when is this thing aggroed on me? I can't tell. Yeah, it is. It's just being really slow. Oh, there's another one. I'm guessing I can outrun him. Let me do this. The types of videos I think I would record are obviously WoW. I'll probably be playing Warcraft in college. I think we'll have enough time here and there. College is very time consuming, but this one kind of seems a little less time consuming. And also, people still hang out and play games and stuff in college, so I think I'll be fine. I just need to try and up my motivation, maybe try and eat healthier. That will probably help. Just be healthier overall. I do walk a lot, but besides that, not too much exercise. And when I mean walk a lot, I mean a lot. Like, a lot of the times, most of what I do on a daily basis is walking. It's not really sitting at a computer, it's not really playing games, it's walking. Because I think when I walk, and I like to think. And stuff like that. Now, when I go to college, the thing is I walk inside the house for the most part, just kind of in laps around a certain part of the house. It's a okay sized house. It's not exactly small, it's not exactly big, it's just kind of average size. But there's this little part where it's kind of almost like a lap. There's the living room, then the foyer kind of area, the place with the front door. It technically is a separate room from the living room. And then like I think what was originally a dining room. It's kind of hard to tell because the house is in a bit of a disrepair. And it's just been so long since I remember what all the rooms were intended for when I was younger. But anyways, it's called all kind of like this oval thing. So it's perfect to just kind of run, well not run, but walk laps around. So that's what I do. When I go to college, I'll probably have to do it around the campus. I mean, my dorm will be way too small. I'll get a lot of weird looks if I just started walking around in like the main halls or whatever. There are a few things I do hope I'll keep in college. Obviously my friends. I hope I remain friends with Lauren and A. I think I will. It's just a matter of close friends. I think I will remain close friends with them as well. Hopefully we'll be able to keep close contact with each other. Which, to be fair, most of our friendship is in a way mostly online because of the pandemic. So we're kind of used to it. And also, again, my social anxiety and all that. I don't really hang out with people that often. Oh, you're scary. Get away. What was the thing that stunned you? That. And another one. Get away. And I believe Lauren did, and Aiden did mention, or at least Lauren did, that she might be able to visit me. Because again, I'm not far away. I'm not exactly in town, but I'm not that far away. It's a place that I think she said she does visit kind of often. Again, I could be wrong, and Lauren may watch this video and then beat me to death later. So, back to the kind of point of it all, I am still stressed about college, but I'm also very excited about it. It's a new chapter in my life. There's probably going to be a lot of toss and turns in it, probably a lot of good things, probably a lot of bad things. But I think I'll do okay. I think I'll do fine. Academically, I think I'll do pretty good. Socially, maybe a bit better than my current social life, just because since I live on campus, all of my friends I would make there most likely would be living on campus too, unless they just happen to live in that city and just drive back and forth, if the college even allows you to do that. So yeah, I think my social life will improve, because it won't take too much to go across the hall and meet up with a friend or whatever, or they come over. It won't take too much energy, I feel like, or well, it probably will, but I'll probably get much more used to it. As for excuse me. As for certain other things in college life, like, or it's academic and social. Those are kind of the two main components, I feel like. There's also, I guess, mental health. I'm pretty sure they do offer therapists and stuff on campus, so I think I'll actually do better mental health-wise on campus than I am currently. Which will be very helpful. Very, very helpful. We've also been going for roughly 40 minutes on this episode, so we've been doing pretty good. And it looks like we will be hitting that level 10 goal by maybe an hour. I have been very slow with this. Oh no, we won't do that. Okay, we need more alphas. Excuse me. I'm very tired. Let me think. What are some other things I could talk about? Yesterday I ate McDonald's and watched Big Man Japan. That was a thing. That was a very strange movie. Very enjoyable though. Ended kind of abruptly though. It was free on YouTube, so I watched it. I'd watched clips from it, and I love kaiju films, so I eventually came across it. I think I showed Lauren and maybe even Aiden, and they were very confused, as confused as I was. And honestly, even after watching the movie, I'm still confused. Not as confused, but still a bit confused about what the hell happened in it. But again, still a pretty enjoyable film. I like the music of it. Also, there were parts that did make me chuckle. It's kind of a comedy. It's a strange comedy, but it's comedy. I've also been reading some more books recently. I do have to read a book for my college this summer. I'm probably going to be ordering that soon. But I've been reading Song of Ice and Fire. That's the book series that Game of Thrones was based on. I'm reading the first book right now, which is a Game of Thrones. also reading Harry Potter because I got the full book set for pretty cheap recently. I started reading it when I was younger, and then my school library didn't have the third book, and then beginning of high school, I read the first one, and then like halfway through the second one, and then never really continued again. And then now I have all the books, so it's just a matter of kind of slowly reading them. I haven't been reading Chamber of Secrets too often because it's not exactly a book I love. It wasn't a favorite of mine, definitely. But it's enjoyable. I just need to read. I want to try and read at least a chapter a day. I also recently got Fellowship of the Ring, Lord of the Rings. I had that book series for a while as well, but they're mass market paperback. And I was reading The Hobbit from it because they came with The Hobbit. It's about $30. Excuse me. It's just very challenging for me to read a mass market paperback. It's possible, but it's challenging. Excuse me again. So I actually tried finding The Hobbit in the larger size and couldn't find it. But I did find Fellowship of the Ring and said, okay, I'll start Lord of the Rings because I'm only about 100 pages left in The Hobbit. But I haven't been reading it for, I think, years. I haven't read it in a while. So I may restart it. I don't know. However, I'm excited about reading Lord of the Rings. I love Lord of the Rings. I'm excited to read the book. I also bought a new book when I bought Lord of the Rings. Just it looked interesting. It had a big dragon on the cover, so obviously this is gonna be awesome. But no, it's called Shadow of the Gods. It says it's part of a trilogy, I believe, but 2 and 3 aren't out yet, so I might be able to read them as they come out. Depends on how fast I read this first one. It's part of a book series. Who made it again? Where's my phone? So I can turn on my flashlight and look at the... Oh, that scared me. I thought that was an enemy. And the book spine is turned the other way. I think it's John Gwyn or Wine or something like that.
Greetings.
It's either John Wine or John Gwyn. I don't know. Maybe when I edit, I'll put the text over this. Maybe not. Honestly, I think I'm just gonna edit it, put in the intro, and then edit out the end of it. I don't think I'm gonna really edit this one, just because of motivation. That first episode I did edit quite a bit out of, but I have more motivation to do that because it was with a friend, I guess. So this is the more podcasty intention of the series. I'm not sure if all the episodes will be this long. Maybe in the future, I think they're going to be shorter. I think they're going to be more 30 minutes-ish. I think it's just these first few episodes are going to be an hour long because it's mostly starting it up. You know, like getting to level 10, as I said, is the purpose of this. I think we're actually about to get it because we have 3 quests to turn in right here. And, don't aggro on me. Oh, yeah, aggro on me. We're pretty close to it, so. Here we go. But the thing is there a person that can actually teach me writing over here?
Peace, friend.
Yep, we got it.
How may I aid you? May the eternal sun shine
Well
upon
met. Winds be at your back.
Okay, let's see here. Learn to write. Let's do this real quick. How far away is... Oh my goodness. Is there... Okay, right over here is a thing we can fly over there too. So we'll do that because it's much... Oh, did we already unlock it? Let's choose a specialization real quick. It's gonna be between these two. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Catch a tiger by the toe. If it hollers, let it go. My mom said to pick the very best one, and you are it. Enchantment. What's this deal? Ghost wolf. Turn to a ghost wolf. Okay, so I'm a druid now. I'm a furry. Anyways. So now I'm gonna start talking a bit more about the game, I guess. Which I probably will in future episodes as well. Maybe I'll do a dungeon, maybe with Lauren if she gets to the level quick enough. It's possible that she won't though. There's some silly mounts in this game. Oh, is this? Oh, this is Thunderbluff. Hey. I didn't even notice. I love Thunderbluff. So we're gonna go get our mount. Wait, but it said so. Okay, no, we don't have it. It said ability unlocked, but we don't have it. It lied to us. So yeah, maybe next episode I'll do a dungeon, and that'll be the entire episode is a dungeon. Maybe with Warren, we'll talk. You know, it'll be a bit more goofy. It'll be less talky, more fun. Kind of just goofing around doing a dungeon. Let's see. Once you're level 10, you have dungeons unlocked. Look at this guy. Look at this guy. Look at this goofy man. Here we go. Okay. There. Battle for Azeroth mission statement. Hell no, I'm not doing that. Is that oh, I thought it was a dwarf. Or not a dwarf, a gnome for a second. Okay, it's up here. Still up. Oh, is he right here? Yes.
Well,
yes.
Be careful.
There we go. Ah, sorry, just rubbing my face. And stretching. Oh god. Oh, I heard a crack. Whoa. So yeah, maybe do a dungeon next one. Maybe also record on my main some 9.1, maybe with Aiden if he plays it. He said he probably won't. It just depends on how good it is. And so far it's okay from what I've played. But again, as I said at the beginning of this episode, not really worth the wait. We should have had it a month or two after the first
How may
release.
I aid you? Farewell.
Is that it?
Friend.
Oh, okay, here we go.
Sisters watch over you.
Alright, I wonder where is the guide to buy the mounts from? Okay.
Greetings.
We'll get him. We'll get him. Oh, we can't. We don't have enough. Wait, give me a second. Please give us enough for one more guy. No, we don't have enough for one more
Walk
guy.
with the earth,
It's fine.
mother.
Let's just there we go. And with that, I think this is a good place to end off this episode. So since we reached our goal of getting level 10 and getting our mount, I will see you guys next episode. Hopefully, next episode will be maybe a dungeon episode, maybe with Warren. Hopefully with Warren. I think that's the only one I'm gonna be doing it. I'll probably wait until she gets to level 10, which won't take long because I think she was roughly my level when we ended the episode last time, and she'll probably be much more efficient. And then we'll play that dungeon together. I'm wishing her luck that she will be able to edit her episode and such. And with that, let's end this off like we ended the last episode with a little dance. Yeah! I'll see you guys next episode.